Talladega Superspeedway. Welcome everyone to the NASCAR Miscraft Cup Series Season number 5. We are here for race number 8 out of 10 at the Talladega Superspeedway. This, the 2.66 mile monster that everyone knows to love, also know what to fear here, especially this late in the season. The last 3 races, including Talladega, Martinsville, and Atlanta, well, this is going to be one of the most interesting final couple of races that the Miscraft Cup Series has ever seen. And with the intense point battle between the 48 and the 22 cars, they had a little bit of contact last season as well out of turn number 4 on the final lap. Joey Logano was the one going through the catch fencing, and Jimmie Johnson got the victory. Will we see much of the same here today at Talladega Superspeedway, or will we see a lot more team excitement? Maybe even some more clean racing, but I don't know. These guys back here are a little bit towards the middle of the pack. They hope to see some more crazy moves. That's Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch. They're sitting back here a little farther up in the point standings, but not really enough to be able to gain on and attack the 48 and the 22 on simply only one mistake. These two, they really need those two to suffer here today, and or Martinsville or Atlanta to be able to get a chance at that championship. Same thing goes for the number 19 of Martin Truex Jr. You know, he's still farther up in the point standings, but starting in the second row here today at Talladega, this could spell good for him if he can stay up there and get a pretty good finish. And that is not really easy here at Talladega, and so he'll have to definitely fight the draft and keep it up there for the rest of the race. Now, Kyle Larson, he's, you know, mired up towards the front of the pack, but it'll be very interesting to see if he will actually be able to gain any more points on Jimmie Johnson, who starts behind him. And, you know, Jimmie Johnson came in here with just a few points lead, and it's not much. If he loses too much here at Talladega and or Martinsville, you know, that race in Atlanta could be trouble for the number 48 machine. But it is just about time to get going for 8 laps here at the Talladega Superspeedway, and these guys, they're ready to get going here. With 3 races left, this is when everything matters. We'll get the starting lineup right after this. So we're here at the Talladega Superspeedway, and last time the Miscraft Cup Series was here, well, Joey Logano went straight through the catch fencing, and you can hear the practice in the background behind me here, but it's going to be really intense race here today at the Talladega Superspeedway. It's right in the middle of the playoffs here for the NASCAR Miscraft Cup Series, and, well, it's come down to the wire. We got 2 races left after this one. We'll see if Joey Logano and Jimmie Johnson keep up the championship battle. And here's your starting lineup here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Runner number 1, you have the 2 of Brad Keselowski and the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 2 very orange race cars. Then you have the number 19 of Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin. Then you have Eric Almirola and Alex Bowman. Behind them, it's Kyle Larson and Jimmie Johnson. Then you have Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch. Then you have Chase Elliott, Matt DiBenedetto. Then you have the 41 of Daniel Suarez, and Joey Logano will be right behind him. There's the rest of the field going through right there. Remember, it's an 8-lap race here at the Talladega Superspeedway, and it's a 2.66 mile racetrack that these guys have a lot of fears of and a lot of, you know, love and hate combined. So it'll be very interesting to see how these guys will be able to come across this racetrack and actually come and battle it. So it'll be very interesting to see what these guys will do to be able to get any sort of points to battle with the number 48 and the 22. And what will those 2 drivers do? It'll be very interesting to see. But remember, it's only 8 laps, and the farther up you are, well, it could spell trouble if you are involved in the big one. But we see that here today at Talladega, and it's about time to go racing as the field makes their way off of turn number 4. Let's get the green flag. Brad Keselowski and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., they lead us down to the green flag. Here we go. Green flag is in the air here at Talladega. A great jump for the 2 of Brad Keselowski. The 17 slowly getting up to speed on the outside lane. Keselowski blocks, and it's a hard, close block. That allows the 19 to get through with a slide from the 2 of Keselowski. And now the 2 Joe Gibbs teammates, they make their way into the 1st and 2nd positions. And completing lap number 1 is Martin Truex Jr. to lead that lap. That's the 3 cars from Hendrick Motorsports up on the top side there, right behind these 2. It's the 88, 48, and the number 9 machines down the back straightaway. Back into turn number 3. Still a lot of free wide formation already back here. Keselowski starting to make a charge on the inside. Alex Bowman, he gets a great run. Can't get blocked by the 11. He gets blocked by the 11. And here they come to complete lap number 2. They're going to spin. The 48 of Jimmie Johnson involved in this one. A big hit for the 88 of Alex Bowman. And the first caution is out here at the Talladega Superspeedway. And the big one in the triangle here on lap number 2. Just completing lap number 2, that is. And oh, look at this. We got Kurt Busch involved, and the 3 of Austin Dillon down there as well. A lot of cars involved in this one. Clint Boyer up on top of the 95 and the 8 car. Wow, some heavy hits already here early at Talladega. There's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. started up front, and the big one struck him because he got hit. He hit the 88 car, and that motor is not lasting with a red flag out here at Talladega. Let's see how this happened here. The 88 threw a block on the 2 car, and that spawned in the big one here in the front stretch. He got hit twice by both his teammate and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So he got spun up into the 48 car and sent hard in the outside wall, in the air a little bit too, by the 17 of Stenhouse. And there's a lot of other cars involved as well. Let's see the 2 and the 10. They were shoved to the inside, but then everyone else kind of just crowded up against the outside wall. Heavy damage for most of this field here already at Talladega. And on the record, you can see all the damage to the number 88 machine. Tough luck for him. And they've taken that car back to the garage, same as most of the field. But the caution flag has been lifted, and look at all the tire marks and everything on the front straightaway. Not a pretty sight anymore. But only about 13 or so cars, they remain in this race. Maybe even 11 cars left, but we're back under green here already. Mark Truex Jr. gets a really good jump. The 11 of Denny Hamlin on the outside lane did not get going. That allows the 42 Kyle Larson to be clear of him. Here's Blaney now 3 wide on the outside lane. He's going to go for the lead in turn 3. And the 19 of Martin Truex Jr., he's going to be clear once again of the 12 car. Onto the front stretch of the 12 with help from the 4 Kevin Harvick. Here comes Larson out of the inside lane with Denny Hamlin behind him. 3 laps to go here in Talladega. Onto the back straightaway. Ryan Blaney up on the top side. He's going to try to take the lead with a side draft to the 42 car. The 42 tried side drafting him, but it results in the number 11 taking him 3 wide in turn 3. Ryan Blaney, he blocked low side, then back up in front of the 4 car. Here's the 37 of Chris Buescher way up 3 wide into turn number 1 with 2 laps to go. Buescher now into the picture to the inside, side by side for second. Ryan Blaney blocks Buescher. He blocks Harvick, and he's going to spin into turn number 3. He's through the grass, but we're going to stay green. He keeps it straight. Here they come to the white flag. David Reagan now to the lead. Here's Ryan Preece to his back bumper. Side by side for second. Onto the backstretch for the final time. David Reagan with the lead. And they're going to spin. 1 car up and over. That's the 6 of Ryan Newman. But onto the front stretch. 4 cars remain in this one. Here they come to the checker. They're 3 wide for the lead. Hamlin stuck in 4th. To the line. David Reagan. He wins at Talladega. And what a finish here. Insane wrecks and finishes and racing here at Talladega results in this, a 3 wide battle of the line, and David Reagan comes out in front. And look at the damage on the number 6 machine, tumbling down the back straightaway. The 21, the 42, the 18, the 19, the 4 car, all involved on the back straightaway. And a last lap crash, sending the 6 up and over. And so here it is again. Looked like the 4 got turned off the front end of the number 19 machine and sent him into the side of the 6 car and sent him tumbling down the back straightaway here at Talladega. The number 6 is used to cars up on top of him and not upside down himself. But nonetheless, the number 38 of David Reagan, he is the victor here at Talladega. His first win in the NASCAR Miscraft Cup Series comes here at Talladega, which he's won in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Good to see him get himself a win before he leaves us here at the end of this season, but a lot of red cars already here at Talladega. Let's go ahead and take a look at your results that happened here. David Reagan up on top of it with Chris Buescher and Ryan Preece. Guys you don't hear at the top of the leaderboards at the end of most of these races. And then you have Denny Hamlin and a couple other very large notables. Ryan Blaney actually found a way around that wreck and came in 5th after spinning, coming around to the white flag. And Ryan Newman, of course, going upside down. But then a lot of guys were out of this race, like the 17, the 2, the 48, and the 22 as well. They lost a lot of points to some of these guys. Very interesting to see how that works out here today. But the gaps have definitely closed, and the 48 of Jimmie Johnson still over by 4 points. But people like Larson slowly starting to make their way back forwards. And it's a lot tighter of a points battle, but that's still the 48 and the 22 out on top very, very easily. It's a 16-point gap from second to third, but only 4 between first and second. Thank you everyone for watching here at the Talladega Superspeedway. We head on to the Martinsville Speedway next. It'll be very interesting to see how the last short track of the season will unfold here before we head into Hampton, Georgia at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Once again, thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys for the first day of 500. And congratulations once again to his first career win for David Reagan. Very cool to see before he leaves us here in just 2 races after the end of this season. And David Reagan, he's the victor here today in Talladega. We'll see you guys in Martinsville.